Hi there, my name is Joseph Ward. I'm the founder and chief flight instructor here at Virtual Horizon Flight Center. I'd like to welcome you to your last and final lesson in the in-air flight review material for the student pilot course. Today we'll be covering landings. Landings are going to be in two different sections. The first landing section, your instructor is going to be giving you mentorship pretty much. As you know, you fly the airplane, he's telling you, okay, turn left a little bit, turn right a little bit, descend some, and climb some, and that's how he's going to do the first lesson. This can also be broken up into two separate lessons, so you can do the first part, today, or the second part a week from now, or you can just combine them all in one day. It's really quick. If you combine them all in one day, you're just going to simply enter the traffic pattern with your instructor on the second portion, come around for the second time, or he will offer no mentorship at all, and you will attempt to land the airplane by yourself. The only time he will tell you is when you are at flare height, and that will be on both portions. So we're on the ground here at Newport News Williamsburg International Airport, and we will be departing shortly. And I'll see you when we're holding short of the runway, and I'll call you up there. As you can see, we're rolling up on runway 2 here at Newport News. We're going to go ahead and taxi onto the runway. Of course, we want to check on both ends of the runway. Make sure it is clear, squawk mode normal. As you taxi on the runway, turn your landing lights and your strobe lights on. You can turn off your taxi if you're so inclined, but it's not absolutely mandatory. This runway is plenty long here at Newport News Williamsburg, and the winds are in our favor, so we don't really need any flaps for this departure. And of course, this is just like every other departure. This is like every other departure that you've gone through. You're going to want 55 knots and pull up. Wait for the airplane to unstick itself as you rotate. There you go. Alright guys, I'll see you on the landing portion, and this is where you'll be starting your flight. Okay, this is pretty much where you'll start your flight. You'll start your flight on about a 2 nautical mile final, where the instructor will hand over control to you, and you will pretty much land the airplane with mentorship. He'll tell you, hey, you need to turn right a little bit, you're a little bit off course, decrease throttle, increase throttle, descend, maintain, whatever. He'll do all that for you appropriately. And this is he'll start you about 2 nautical miles out. And this is on the first portion where he mentors you on the landing, pretty much. And you're just going to pretty much fly the, hit my little wind there. And you're pretty much just going to fly in. It's going to be rather simple. Remember, you want to use throttle to maintain altitude and pitch to maintain airspeed. So, easy, cheesy, lemon squeezy. Okay? Not very hard to land an airplane. Harder than you may think. Or easier than you think. So that backwards. But we are a little bit high, so that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and put throttles idle. And we're just going to go ahead and coast on down to the runway here. This is runway 2, once again, the same runway we departed from. And this, of course, is going to be a touch-and-go landing. And the second flight portion will take place after you do the traffic pattern. You're going to go out in base leg. You're going to start pretty much the same place you start in this flight, pretty much the same distance away, and your instructor is going to mentor you. Now, as you can tell, I did start the video a little bit early, or a little bit late. I meant to start it earlier, but we're landing so late, how to get things set up. But that's okay, just make the runway. We're not worried about precise landing points in this thing, because of course this is supposed to be your first landing. And your instructor's going to tell you when to flare. And that'll be about 10 degrees, or 10 feet off the runway. Like, hey, okay, you should probably start flaring now. So you're going to want to flare. And touchdown. Fly full throttle, and you're going to take back off again. and we're going to go back around for a second time, and I'll see you on the approach once again. Hopefully I can get started earlier this time. Alright folks, we got the second portion done. Now, once again, this portion, all your instructor's going to do is tell you to follow the poppy lights, and the poppy lights are these two lights over here, and they change between red and white, and if you're not sure completely what the red and all white mean, then you can go back to the ground school material, and the ground school material will cover pretty much that. He's going to tell you to follow poppy lights. That's about it. The whole rest of the landing is going to be on your own. These are no flap landings and no flap takeoffs. So your stall speed is not going to change from what it would be if you were in the air. It's still going to be approximately 50 knots that you will stall the aircraft. So, once again, this is pretty much all you right here. You're just going to be flying. You're going to have control of the bank of the airplane along with the pitch of the airplane. You're going to have control of everything on board. And pretty much all you're going to do is land the airplane and stop on the runway or taxi off the runway, whatever your instructor wishes for you to do. Once again, this is really easy to do. Just, if you're familiar with Flight Simulator, you will know that smaller planes respond a lot faster to inputs than larger airplanes. So if you're in a Cessna 172, you don't need as much input on the yoke or joystick or commands that you use as you would in a Boeing 747. So remember, you don't want to pull back or push forward too much, because that could cause you to do some pretty drastic things, and of course we don't want that. Okay. Once again, this is runway 2 at Newport News Williamsburg International Airport. Your instructor will have you at an airport that you get to choose the airport, but your instructor is going to double check and make sure it does have precision approach path indicator lights, which are the poppy lights. If they don't have the poppy lights, then they're going to have to go to another airport to practice your landings, because this is a big portion of your landing. Alright, so this is pretty much what all you're going to be doing. Very simple, not much to it. And then after this, you're going to be going on your first solo, where the instructor will not help you at all. He will be in the airplane with you, but just to monitor what you're doing, but he will not be aiding you at all or telling you any instructions. It's simply a pass or fail test, and you won't be getting any help. That's once again on your first solo, which is right after this lesson if you wish to do so. So once again, we're coming in a little bit high, just due to the fact that I started the video a little bit late again, but we won't be having these issues at all when you do your lessons. So pretty much the instructor's going to tell you when to flare again, and he's going to be like, okay, you're at flare height. You start flying the airplane, and you will have to put engines idle and flare the nose for landing. And pretty much that's about it. You're going to stop and possibly exit the runway. But for just simplicity reasons, we're going to go ahead and stop this airplane on the runway. That pretty much covers your in-air flight review for the landings course, and this covers all the student pilot course. We hope you enjoyed your flight today, and we hope to see you in the air soon.